Hey Fandom, I'm Aaron with a comic show, and I got a stack of new comics now. I just got back from North Carolina Comic Con. It was a freaking blast. I hung out with everybody, talked to everybody. Even Gerard Way came to the drink and draw that I was helping out with, and he drew his bodyguard naked. It was kind of weird, but it was a lot of fun. And I know stuff coming for Doom Patrol and Cape Carson, and it was just a blast. DC was there, some of their editors, they were nice. I drank for free the whole time. It was awesome. So, and I love Durham, great food. But seriously, Young Animal, Cape Carson 2, this is so much fun, so much action, so much weirdness, and I just love it. We met John Rivera, the co-writer with Gerard Way. That guy, he was nice. He was really cool. He was funny and very accessible. And what they have planned for Cape Carson, I think they said they had 12 issues already pretty much done, and John mentioned that he had maybe about 24 loosely ready. But wow, this is Wild Dog's great in it. He showed up at the end of issue 1, so that's not a spoiler for people that read issue 1. But Wild Dog is like an 80s action hero in this weird adventurer type of thing from like a throwback to the 70s or even the 60s, and it's awesome. It's fun. So give it a shot. Check it out. Cape Carson Has a Cybernetic Eye is a great book, and anyone can show up in there. Anyone and any friend of the DC universe. Moving on to some other DC books. This Superman number 11. It's the Supersons finally are together. They were in the last issue where they just kind of like punched each other in the gut. This issue they actually have to work together, and they have their costumes, and they're called the Supersons, and I can't wait for that book. I can't wait for the Supersons book. I'm just ready for it. It's not coming until February, but the Supersons, they're fun. It's fun that I'm there. Batman, this I Am Suicide's been a pretty cool run where Batman's putting together his own Suicide Squad to go and take on Bane, basically, to take on Bane and get Psycho Pirate. And it's a real esoteric squad. There's some obvious choices for him, but then there's other ones that are a little bit weird, like Ventriloquist without the dummy. It's like, okay, what's he gonna do? Haven't seen it yet, but he better do something pretty badass before it's over. And finally, DC, He-Men Thundercats. The first issue was bombastic. It was everything I wanted from the 80s shows mashing up, and this was some awesome stuff with Skeletor, and the Thundercats are finally loose, and some bad stuff for Prince Adam. So I'm enjoying it. If you read that first issue, you know it was full of energy and full of fun. Moving on to Marvel, Thanos number 1 is the biggest book of the week for them, and it hit. It was a hit. I'm not some huge Thanos fan. I mean, I read Infinity Gauntlet off the shelf when I was a kid, and obviously loved that because that was the biggest deal at the time. But this Thanos book, Thanos Returns, they do like a big 2-page spread of like, Thanos Returns. And it's Jeff Lemire, who I love Jeff Lemire as a writer, and he's good at one thing in particular. He's brilliant at one thing. He's good at a lot of things. I take that back. But he's brilliant when it comes to family structure. He is the family man of comics. Like his Essex County, there's one scene with the 2 characters passing that they don't know who they are to each other, and I cried. There's another scene with 2 brothers, the 2 hockey brothers, and I cried. And if you think of some other things he's done that are his best work, it's family stuff. And another book that I'm going to get to of his, Black Hammer, is also a family. But this is all of Thanos' extended family. Like everyone related to Thanos is in here as a tapestry. And sure, they're probably out to kill him, yes. But I mean, he's the Mad Titan. He's the god of that worships death. And does he want to die still? Who knows? The first issue totally impressed me. And get Thanos. If you were ever a fan of Thanos, get that book. Moving on to Jessica Jones, number 2. The first issue, what I was hinting at that I didn't want to spoil was she's like Casey Anthony. I mean, you can't live in Orlando and read that first issue and not think she's like Casey Anthony, because the first issue is like, where's the baby? Where's the friggin' baby? Just tell us where your baby is. And yeah, so There's more of that. There's a lot more of that in here, and I enjoyed it. It has that feel of the original series, because it's the same team, and I'm really loving it. And I'm loving that her life is shit. Jessica Jones works best for me when her life is an open toilet bowl. Like, she doesn't work best with like this, like, look at our perfect family and our little kid and our nanny and all that. That's not how she works best for me as a character. Sorry, that's just my opinion. Moving on, Infamous Iron Man, things grounded on Earth with the rest of the Guardians, so it's clobbering time on Iron Man, Dr. Doom. And another clone conspiracy where I'm not going to spoil anything or give any hints, but I mean, you see this cover and you see who this is, and I'm enjoying it. Moving on to Image. Reborn issue 2 is out, Mark Miller's new book with Greg Capullo. There's multiple covers for this, and the second print of issue 1's out the same week, so if you didn't get 1, you can get 1 and 2 in one fell swoop at the comic shop. Great art, cool story. An old woman dies, and then it's the answer to the afterlife. She's in some epic fantasy war with her family dog is like some great like war beast dog, and other family members, relatives are there, and she's fighting this epic battle. So that's cool. Moving on, Moonshine 2, Azzarello and Risso, the same team from 100 Bullets. This is, it's abolition. It's the FBI versus the mob, and it's in the sticks. So maybe the mob will win. I don't know. It's cool. Moving on, Black Hammer. This is the other Jeff Lemire book that it's currently my favorite new indie book. I love this weird team. The heroes that kind of like a Justice League team had their first crisis and they lost. And everyone thinks they're dead, and now enough times passed where people don't even believe necessarily that they ever really existed, or it was all just a hoax, like the moon landing, you know, like if we really land on the moon, like why aren't we still going to the moon, you know, like what's going on, you know? If I don't know, man, if dogs evolved from wolves, why are there still wolves, you know, like it's stupid hoax stuff. But I like this, they're actually in some place we don't know, like it seems like a rural American town. There's something to it, and they're trying to live, these heroes in their past life are trying to live a normal life and failing at it. But it's the inner character dynamics of the family, the team that is, you know, that has me hooked on that book. And also by Dark Horse, it's Matt Kindt's new book, Ether. If you liked his mind management, check it out. I'm always into checking out any new work he does, but you know, it takes a while his stuff is dense, it takes a while to get into it, but damn it, mind management paid off so well. And finally this week, Harbinger, Renegades. My favorite Valiant book is back. It's Rafa Roberts writing, Derek Robertson on art, who did The Boys, which was stellar, and obviously he did Transmetropolitan. But this is the old team getting back together, including Peter, who's been away in exile for the entire Imperium, and he's back. And we also have the local comic shop day cover. And speaking of local comic shop day, as of this Saturday, we're going to have crazy sales throughout the store, like really crazy sales. Like I'm just going to do nutty stuff. I don't care. But we're going to have all these limited edition local comic shop day items, comics, and other things. There's like a freaking record too, for sale that are limited. So you can only get them that day, and only participating stores will have them. And when we get them, we could only get certain quantities. So it's actually pretty freaking rare, and the stuff is cool. And I loved Rebirth so much, and this hardcover Rebirth local comic shop day, it has that logo on it. It's pretty awesome, and there's cool back matter with the Watchmen stuff. But I enjoyed that. I'm going to keep one of these for myself because of how much I loved Rebirth. And this finally came in. We got shorted last week, but we have 2 of the local comic shop day Killer Frost bombshell statues, and it has glitter on it. So it's like glittery instead of just regular matte finish, I suppose. So come down, try Thanos seriously. If you come in here and you ever like Thanos in any way or wherever curious about Thanos, this is the book for you. And show up on Saturday for a local comic shop day here at a comic shop, hang out in the Geek Easy, have a beer, get some rare comics, or look up comic shops in your area to see who might be doing it. And enjoy comics, celebrate comic shops. Thanks guys, bye-bye.